How many of you remember a fine, fine poet by the name of Sunny Hancock? Well, I'd like to dedicate this poem to the memory of Sunny Hancock. I've always been a fan of Sunny Hancock, and if I can articulate this well enough, I think you'll realize that only a cowboy could have written this particular poem. You know, I was up in the Sycan Black Hills camp working for the old Z Cross. Now, this is my own piece of country. I was cook and crew and boss. The afternoon of that there year was coming on, as I recall. Meaner than summer'd hit the cap rock and slid right down into fall. The days was warm and pleasant, though the nights was kind of sharp. I had a nice, snug little cabin to keep the cold wind off my tarp. The aspen leaves was turning yellow, bees was a-buzzing around the hive. It's just one of them kind of days when it was great to be alive. So I'm a-jogging along that morning, looking out beneath my hat. I thought I'd make a little circle down towards Silver Dollar Flat and maybe brand some big slick yearling with the address of this farm, 'cause sure did need to limber up my old stiff roping arm. Well, you know, I'd been kind of traveling down this little open draw, and I come around the corner, and I was shocked at what I saw. I just pulled up there a-gawking, and my eyes went plumb agog. There's this big old brindle he-bear digging ants out of a log. My heart commenced to pounding, and I couldn't get no air. I knew I'd never have a better chance to rope myself a bear. So I'm a-trying to jerk my rope down. My old horse began to dance, but heck, old Bruin, he ain't heard me. He's still busy digging ants. I get my rope tied hard and solid, and I built that loop with care, and I give a big old cowboy war whoop. I built right to that bear. But this old beast, he sees me coming, and he beat it for the trees. There weren't no moss a-growing on him, and he sure did split the breeze. So I just pulled right in behind him, and like that Bible story told, cast my bread upon the water. It come back 1,000-fold. So I pitched the slack right at him, and I turned my pony neat, and I heard him grunt and hit the ground as I jerked him off his feet. And I towed him towards the timber just the way it should be done. Heck, there ain't nothing to it. Roping bears is lots of fun. But in the timber, I got busy dodging limbs and brush and such, and I ain't had time to check up on my cargo very much. Now, I'm going to start by breaking him to lead. At least that's what I hope. I look back and hear that bear come, just like that, right up my rope. Well, things sure started looking different, so I tells him, okay, Bruin, I'll start paying more attention to this little job I'm doing. I'll just zig and zag and circle some, and you just follow me, 'cause I'm about to bash your brains out on some big old jack pine tree. So I zigged and zagged and circled, but seemed to no avail. Next time I checked, old Teddy's right behind my horse's tail. About that time, my pony took a funny little jump, and that bear commenced to climbing up that rope across his rump. So I yelled and squalled and hollered, and I slapped him with my hat, but that old bear, he's plumb determined he's going to get up where I'm at. You know, I've known a lot of fellers in the hills and on the plains, but nobody ever told me I was overblessed with brains. And it didn't take no Einstein with no special high IQ nor no call from God to tell me what that bear was going to do. You know, a coward's way out's a bad one in most anybody's book, but that's the only route left open now, so that's the one I took. I just bailed out and checked it to him. A big rock broke my fall. Old boy says, it looks to me like you just bought her all, and they went crashing through the timber, and I realized, of course, that I just lost a darn good saddle, and the company lost a horse. Now, how's a man supposed to tell it when the boss is standing there? You took a plumb good horse and saddle, just gove them to a bear. Well, these thoughts and lots more like them was running through my mind as I went limping down that cow trail trying to leave that wreck behind. clothes were sort of tattered, and I'd lost some chunks of hide, but my body wasn't hurting near as much as was my pride. And I heard a noise behind me, and the sound began to swell back the way that I just come from, and it's moving up the trail. And I see my horse a-coming. He's stepping lively down the slope, and that old bear's up in my saddle. Got a loop belt, swinging my rope. Sunny Hancock. Thank you, folks. I appreciate you.